Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, the wonderful people of the tube. Hope you're well today. Hope you are feeling grand and your world is brilliant today. Yes, we do. Today we have another how many tones can you get out of one amplifier video. And if you've seen the hat, you see the straps, you've seen the title of the video. That almost rhymed. Not bad. We are doing the legend that is Mr. Jimi Hendrix, the man. The one and only. There will never be another Jimi. Jimmy's influence on me is incredible. So this is like you know, a really cool video. I absolutely adore doing this video. So and it was really cool to delve into the CR120 EQ and try and get those sounds. So quick history on what Jimi used during his club days. It was mainly Fenders, and when he first came over to England in '66 and recorded stuff like Hey Joe, Stone Free, all those kind of, most of our experience would be a Fender amp, I would say. I mean, it sounds like a Fender amp as well, because he got his Marshall in about '67, but before that he actually started with Fender amps, then moved on to Sun amps, and he used a rig called the Coliseum rig, which was like just basically loud, but he hated it. It was too bright and shrill. He didn't like that. And then Chas Chandler went to Pete Townsend and said, what are the two best amplifiers? Pete Townsend, obviously, as we know, who had helped just design the Marshall double stack, said Marshall and the Sound City were the best amplifiers out there. So Chas Chandler went out and bought one of them each for Jimmy to try, a Marshall and the Sound City, which you can see when live. Eventually, the Sound City was phased out, and it was just Marshall, and he never went anywhere else. Used 100 watt super leads, 200 watt Marshall majors, although I didn't use them a great deal. I've only seen a few pictures of him using majors. And he used a small box 50 in the studio, Electric Laydown Studios. He used that a lot. He liked the small box because it was a lot quieter for the studio. Guitar wise, what is Jimmy renowned for? The Fender Stratocaster. It was his go-to love of his life guitar, definitely. But rumour has it some of our experience was recorded on a Telecaster. He did like Les Pauls as well. He had a black Les Paul Custom, which he later gave to Larry Lee for the Woodstock gig. And then you never kind of saw it again. I don't know if Larry Lee kept that or what happened to it. He had his Flying V's obviously as well, SGs, hollow bodies. He had a Hagstrom, he had a Hofner. He had a lot of guitars, but I say the Strat was his home. That was his house. That was where he developed this crazy sound. Pedals. Going down to pedals now. We've got like Vox Wah Wah pedals. I've only ever seen him with a Blacktop Crybaby once. He probably used it more than that, but he's kind of like, if you look at his pedals more or not, it's a silver top Vox Wah Wah he used mainly. Dallas had a bit of Fuzz Face, which was modded. The Octavio, which was Roger May device, giving the octave above, the Purple Haze sound. What else is there? There's loads of Roger Mayer things. There's the Univibe, which is again another Jimmy sound. Listen to Woodstock, it's all over that. It's just pioneering beyond pioneering. It really is incredible, Jimmy's guitar playing, and what he achieved in the small time he was here is just incredible. Anyway, so I hope I can give a bit of a brief description of what he used and whatnot. And okay, let me show you the EQ on the CR120, because I could go on for hours talking about Jimi Hendrix gear, because I have an encyclopedic knowledge almost of what he used and when he used it. So I'll try not to bore you too much. So let's move on to EQ on amplifier. Okie croaky, ribbit. Let me tell you what I've done with the amplifier, the glorious CR120. I've set the clean channel up to be kind of like Jimmy's experienced first album, Hey Joe, Wind Cries Mary, a little bit of Axis Boulder's Love, kind of, but more experienced kind of like really clean, Fendery, Strat into a Fender or a Telecaster, depending on if that's true. We'll probably never know, but either way. Kind of sound, really. So what I've done is I've got the volume on 10, I've got the bass all the way up on 8, so it's a very bassy sound, but it's very bright nonetheless. Treble is on 3, so it's very bass heavy, but it's still got a lot of snap. So like the clean channel today is the Ira Experience channel, so that's that channel. Excuse me. The dirty channel, what I've done is I've kind of set it up to be kind of like Jimmy's live sound. I've kind of like got an amalgamation of always kind of like, live studio and live sounds, kind of like mixed them all into this kind of channel, really. So I've got the gain on 5, as you know, when you crank a Marshall Plexi with a Strat, you don't get a great deal of gain, but you get a kind of nice kind of a bit of bite. And you know, you can crank this up to 10 to get kind of a full sound, and you know, you'll hear that in but a moment. Got a bass on 6 there, as you can see. Treble, middle is on 3, and treble is off, and volume is on 10. I've got the reverb on 1. It just gives it a kind of like a bit more, especially on the clean channel, it gives it a bit more of a kind of, you know, studio vibe. And usual thing of master volume on 2. And reverb is set to spring, which is kind of like a default for me. So yeah, so I experienced live studio-esque stuff, you know, or you know, Coliseum gigs, as you know, whatever. Just give it a bit of space, and yeah. So let's get to what it sounds like. Okay, the hat is on, the Strat is on, clean channel, audio experience tone. Start with Hey Joe. Probably not going to do a lot of talking, I'm probably just going to go absolutely ape playing loads of Jimmy songs. So, might see you at the end. we can get a bit more bluesy. Okie dokie. So as usual, let me know how you think it sounds, and hopefully it'll translate well to YouTube. YouTube does compress videos quite a lot, so it's kind of. I wish you were all here, in this room. I mean, I don't know if you'd all fit, but I would definitely try, because it just. It's so inspiring. Awesome sound. Absolutely adore this sound. Really, really cool. I got a bit carried away, so forgive my kind of like spaced outness at the end of the video. I got really carried away with the feedback thing. But that's what the sound will do to you. I say, that's that gain cranked all the way up on that dirty channel after like being at 5. It just gives you that real fuzzed out, over the topness, but it's beautiful over the topness. It's not really over the top, really. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Say your thing. Let me know what you think in the comment section down there. And I will see you again for another video very soon. Thank you to Jimi Hendrix for revolutionising this, because he just did. And I've got Jimmy on the back of my headstock. Always I need a picture of Jimmy somewhere nearby. He's on my pedalboard, he's on my guitars. Yeah. The man's input into what the electric guitar is today cannot be overstated, or no, it just can't be. It's just incredible. Absolutely revolutionised the guitar and the way we play it, definitely. Thank you very much, and I will see you again. Thank you, Jimmy, again, and see you again. Goodbye now.